What's up, everyone? This is Nintendo 25, and you are watching the Old Ass Retro Gamer. And if you ask me, he's not that old. He's pretty young, if you know what I mean.
Hey everyone, Chris, the Old Ass Retro Gamer here, and welcome to day 22 in the Licensed Video Game Challenge. What do I mean when I say most ambitious licensed game? Something that is trying super hard to not only represent the license that the developers paid for, but to also try to maybe push the hardware or do whatever it takes to make it super impressive and actually make a good game. I have to give credit when credit's due to companies that really tried their hardest to make a game based on a license work, and on top of that be fun. The game that I picked to talk about when it comes to an ambitious license game is just that. The Lawnmower Man, available on the Super Nintendo, which is obviously what I own. It's also on the Sega Genesis and the Game Boy. There's also a Sega CD game, but we don't talk about that in this house because it is kind of shitty. You're wrong! The thing about this is that The Lawnmower Man is about virtual reality and the dangers of it in the 90s sort of way. The virtual reality aspect of it I thought would have lent very well to a video game, which is why I was willing to give this game a chance when it popped up in the video game case at the Kmart I worked at back in the early 90s. I had seen the movie in the theater and I really enjoyed it, so I was super thrilled when I saw there was a game available, and I picked it up day one, sight unseen, even though I am not a fan of THQ, the company that released this.
Your naive idiocy makes me very angry!
And what is super ambitious about it? On the surface, it is just a side-scrolling run-and-gun, kind of like Contra, where you're playing as either Dr. Angelo, which was Pierce Brosnan's character in the movie, or Carla, the lady who lived next door, because sure. The stages in between the side-scrolling levels really try to recreate the virtual reality segments from the film with Mode 7, and it's awesome. After you finish every side-scrolling level, you will find an entryway into the virtual world, where you will do some sort of first-person flying game or shooting game, or you are on the cyber sled and it's like an obstacle course. But not only that, there's also top-down vehicle levels that you play through. Like I said, I love games that change the genre up on you as often as possible. Keeps things fresh. And if anything, this game does exactly that. So not only are the side-scrolling levels really fun, it is those virtual reality sections that just blow me away. I remember the first time I played this game and I went into the first virtual reality segment, which is essentially just you flying through an obstacle course in 3D, but I was like, this is on a Super Nintendo? Holy shit. I can't wait to see what the next section's gonna be like. And the next section ups the ante. And then next thing you know, you're flying around on the cyber sled, and it is just like constantly mixing things up for you in a good way. It kept me wanting to come back for more to see what the game had in store for me next. Sure, some of the controls in those virtual reality sections are a little floaty. Once you get used to it, it's like not a big deal, and you can breeze through them, no problem. And I will say the difficulty amps up pretty steadily. It can get kind of frustrating at times, but it's fine. Might take you like 3 or 4 times to play through the game to get to the final boss, but it's fun and creative and visually impressive. I have to talk about the music. The music is like this really awesome synth orchestra techno stuff that is super catchy. I was listening to the soundtrack to this game in my headphones on the way to and from high school all the time. It was so cool. It works on so many levels. And like I said, it was something fresh and new and just kept me coming back for more. And that's all I can really ask for a video game. And it's all based on a movie, based on a Stephen King story, and the movie has absolutely nothing to do with that story by a company that I could not stand, although the developer sales curve is pretty fantastic. This ended up being one of those games that I would try to tell everybody they needed to play. I don't care what their opinion is on licensed games, they had to play it to see what it has to offer. And tell them Job sent you.
I am God here.
So there you go, day 22 in the Licensed Video Game Challenge. El Kaputski in the books. Done. So have you played The Lawnmower Man? If so, do you like it as much as I do? Because I think it's one of my all-time favorite games. I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but it's definitely like within the top 25. I absolutely love it. And it's one of those games that not a lot of people I know have played or willing to play, but they definitely should because it is kind of fantastic. And it's super ambitious, which is exactly why I picked it for this topic. If this would not be your pick for most ambitious licensed game, What would yours be? How about talking about it in a response video? I would absolutely love to see that. Or maybe do a response video of multiple topics in this series. Or maybe talk about all 31 topics somehow, either individually or as one big long video. I don't care. I just want to see some. And if that's not something you're into, definitely tell me what your pick would be in the comment section below, because this whole series has been about starting conversations, and I definitely want to hear what your thoughts on this topic are. So thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series so far, and until tomorrow's next topic in the Licensed Video Game Challenge, I am Chris, the Old Ass Retro Gamer, signing off.